seen you shine so bright. Mackenzie's laughter makes the world feel right. Tuesday nights, yeah, the crew comes alive. With the love that you give, we all survive. Yeah. From the garden rose to the late night streams, you're living out faith, you're living out dreams. When life gets heavy, you still stand tall. Creekside queen, you're the heart of it all.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm your girl Tampa, and it's Mike. It has been a great day today, guys. Please hit that like, subscribe, share this live out to let everybody know that your girl is in the food stamp line. But hey, here's the kicker. Tampa has a guest, and we're doing an interview today with, let's bring him up. Hey, Shadow.
Hey, Tampa. Good to see you again.
What's up? How you doing?
Well, I got the flu earlier this week, but I'm feeling much better now.
Ooh, that ain't never nice to have the flu. That's what Mackenzie had. That's what Mackenzie had. Did you have some herbs, or did you have to go get traditional medicine?
Well, ibuprofen, tea with honey, that works.
Okay.
And I take a teaspoon of honey and eat it as it is as well.
So do you have bees?
These
No,
I don't have bees. I live in an apartment, so I can't have bees.
Okay, what's up, Rob? Welcome in, guys. Don't forget, share the live out, subscribe, and for those of you all that's going to catch the replay, we hope you enjoy it. Also, if you have any questions for Shadow, make sure you put those questions in the chat, and I'll be glad to read it to him. Why is my car saying that it's on? Okay, it's off. So, if you guys are ready for this interview, let's put some hearts in the chat so we can get this party started. Well, all kinds of foolishness going on in my car, Shadow.
I have no idea.
Like lights and everything still on. But anywho, let's get started. Now, when I ask you something, if it's too personal, if you don't want to answer, that's fine, but if you feel like it's okay, then, answer it, and feel free to share stories or however you want to do it. She Natural, welcome in, guys. Don't forget to put what you had for lunch and what your temperature is. So it's 1:30 here and it's 7. What time is it?
No, it's 7:33 p.m. here.
It's 7:33 where Shadow is. He's up in Sweden. So, The first question. Who is Shadow Scout Swede, and what made you step into the survival prepping world?
Well, I was interested in survival, wilderness survival, since I was a kid, basically.
Okay.
And when I got older, in my teens, I wanted to take a survival class, but the problem was it was too expensive.
Okay.
So when I got older and when I heard about the civil defense, they talked about preparedness in general. So, 2014, I joined the civil defense.
Okay.
So I began there and joined there. And the one who made the paperwork and everything else, she asked me, do you want to join our VRG group? Sure, why not? And VRG means Voluntary Resource Group.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are, when our municipality don't have enough resources for certain event, they can call, the municipality can call us in,
Okay.
and we are the reinforcements basically. So
Okay. So were you born and raised in Sweden or did
yes,
you? Okay. Okay. Have you lived anywhere else besides Sweden?
no,
Really? Do you
no.
do any traveling?
I have been in Denmark and Norway, but that's it.
Okay. Yeah, I've been in the States all my life too. I mean, I stayed in different states, but I've never lived anywhere besides the US. So,
Yeah, and yeah, go ahead.
have you ever thought about living outside of the country and moving to somewhere else?
Yeah, actually, I had maybe Alaska. That would suit me well. And I
Wow.
had in mind, yeah, when I was younger, I had in mind to maybe the States myself, because you can get things in US that you can't get here. So
Ooh. Okay. I don't see the chat moving, so guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. You know how lately YouTube been acting kind of crazy with the chats. Okay, so
yeah, I know.
yeah. Okay, so the next question is, what does Shadow Scout actually means? Why did you choose that name?
How I came up with that name, that was, I was thinking when I started my channel.
Okay.
First, I had my real name as a channel name, but I always presented my videos with Shadow Scout Swede.
Okay.
So, and another YouTuber told me you should not put your real name as a YouTube channel, okay?
Okay.
Because it's a high risk, because people can track you down that way.
Okay.
Okay, what do I do then? Oh, when I got notified that I could change my channel name, I did. So I changed it. But I need a good name for it.
Okay.
Okay, a name that sticks out, and that's easy to remember.
Oh yeah,
So,
cause
first of all, I'm a former scout leader.
okay.
That's why scout is in the name.
Okay.
But I thought that no, I must have something cooler in front of that. Oh, oh, why not? Shadow. That sounds good. So I put it there, and then I came up. So some people mistakes me from being from US or another country.
Okay. What's
So
up,
I
Super Chat?
decided, hey, I put the Swede in the end of it. So there you go.
Okay. I like it because when you first started coming to the community, I was like, oh, he got a cool night. I like Shadow. You know, reminds me of Sonic when he met Shadow the Hedgehog, you know, like, yeah. So, but I was like, yeah, I like it. What's up, my Renaissance? Tuber chat, hey. And be careful, she natural. My Renaissance stare, but don't think I can drop his channel on vertical. I'm gonna see if I can do it, my Renaissance. But yeah, when I first saw your name, I was like, yeah, you got a pretty cool name, Shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it's not easy to ignore your name, you know. So when you come in, you always like, let me go grab a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. So, and then when you kind of fell off, I was like asking everybody, have y'all seen Shadow? And they was like, who? I was like, you know, Shadow, the guy that lives in Sweden. And then they was like, no, I haven't seen him. So I was glad I got back, got back in touch with you. And then you told me what was going on. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super chat. What's up, Kevin? What's up? So what is the biggest mistake people make when they start prepping?
I think they begin the wrong way.
Okay.
They some people begin to buy gear immediately. Why buy gear the first thing you do when you begin with prepping?
Okay.
That, that's not important. Of course, gear is important,
Okay.
right?
Right.
But there are other things that are much more important.
Okay.
Food. Food. We all need food,
Right.
and we all knows what happens if we don't have food for a while.
Hey, create and relate. Okay.
Water
Mm-hmm.
and first aid,
Okay.
because you never know, because you can get hurt at home, you can get hurt when you are outside walking your dog, or take a walk from your home to the grocery store or your work. You
Mhm.
need to have first aid,
Right.
a good first aid kit. So I heard people begin with gear, but you can add that later.
Right.
Before you begin to prepping is to take a look at what you have at home already. Let's say if you are an avid outdoorsman, okay,
Okay.
like hiking, camping. Okay, I already have that gear, and
Okay.
I already have a spirit stove. I already had a gas stove. I already have that. Okay, and but I don't have that much water. I don't have that much food. Okay, you need to buy extra food so you
Right.
can put away and get water jugs, empty water jugs, so you can have them to fill them up when you need them.
Okay.
So
That makes sense though, because my first instinct was not to go out and buy gear. My first thing that I did was I went out and bought food, water, meds.
yeah,
Yeah. And then like flashlights and batteries and stuff like that. So I get what you're saying, that a lot of people do go out buy gear.
yeah,
Yeah. So
without checking what they have already at home.
right. Right. Welcome in everybody. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, share the live. We are interviewing Shadow Scout Sweetie. I just call him Shadow, y'all. That's just a mouthful for me. But I will drop his link in a hot second. But because my Renaissance, we are on vertical, and she says she don't think she can drop the link. So in your words, what do you think survival is versus what it really is? Like people, the most people think survival is versus what it really is. Like, do you wait to prep for disasters, or do you prep just in case of whatever happens?
I would say to prep and wait for disasters, not good idea, because it's better to prep for any type of event that can happen. It can be a blackout. Can be a flooding. It could be a forest fire,
Right.
uh, hurricane. It can be a earthquake. It depends on where you're living, but
Right.
and check your local area. What kind of disasters, natural disasters, are likely to happen in your area?
Mhm.
Is it earthquakes? Okay, you need to prep for that,
Okay.
because that means blackouts, and water supply will be definitely reduced, because the pipes pipelines will break in an
Okay.
earthquake. They are not made to resist those powers.
Okay. So when it comes to knowledge and someone has fear about the future, how do they turn that fear into action?
Well, I say begin prepping.
Right.
Stock up on food, water, medicine, and that you need
Okay.
to survive. Here in Sweden, we have 5 words that we were taught in the civil defense.
Okay.
There is 5 things you need, a human need for survival:
Okay.
water, food, warmth, information, sleep. Those 5 words.
Right.
Food is necessary for our survival. Water is also important because you won't last long without water.
Right.
And warmth, you need to make sure that you have something extra. You can heat up a room. I don't talk about that you are going to heat up the whole house or your whole apartment, just a room.
Okay.
It could be a body heater or whatever you prefer to heat up a room. And information is something really crucial because, for one reason, you need information. If something happens, you need information. What's going on? What happened? And for how long will this last? So that's
Okay.
why you need to have a small emergency radio you can wind up that runs on batteries, and you can use put in the wall and get power from that, and solar panels,
Okay.
because you get information from that, because internet might be down.
Right. Right.
Cell towers will be down after probably 24 hours. So
Okay.
maybe 24 to 36 hours. It depends on how good backup they have. So
Hey, Iron. Welcome in, Iron Fire. OCD is Chick Nikki Tuck. Welcome in, everybody. My Renaissance grandmother has a question for you. Guys, my internet on my phone is lagging. What's up, Prepper 1013? Welcome in. She natural. I'm glad you made it home. So my Renaissance said, I just saw her question. Oh my God, where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? She said, sure. Wait a minute, where did it go?
it just
Oh, she
disappeared
said,
for you.
do you have, okay, do you have, do they have a concern about war, bad weather when preparing?
Bad weather, yes. I live in a city where there is a lot of trucks that deliver or transport very dangerous chemicals. So if something happens, and that goes straight through the city, okay?
Okay.
That E4 goes straight through the city. So if an accident with a chemical truck got a leak, and there is a chemical that turned to gas form, that would
Ooh.
be that would be horrible and terrible, because that would not be a fun thing for those who lives in the center and close by to that highway.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Are there talks about war throughout y'all?
not that much,
Okay.
but we our military intelligence, uh, MUST, that is
Okay.
our military intelligence agency. They keep an eye on Russia, so they are the biggest threat to us.
Okay. Okay. So, guys, make sure if you have any questions, put them in the chat. Nikki, thank you for dropping Shadow's link. I appreciate it. And, guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and share the live out. So, would you consider yourself, okay, would you consider yourself a gray man? If so, what is the gray man mindset and why is it so important?
Well, I try to be a gray man, but
Okay.
that takes a lot of practice. But because most of the clothes you buy are not neutral, they
Okay.
are not, because they always have some print on. It says Nike or some football team
Okay.
or something else. Okay, so that is hard to find uh, clothes that not have any prints on.
Okay.
Okay, you can find them, but like this one, this is quite neutral.
Hey,
But
G Mama. Yeah, because you blending in the background.
I try to be a gray man as much as possible, but I, I'm pretty easy to I have a look that is easy to recognize. Okay, so
Okay.
that that makes it even harder to apply a Grayman tactic. That means I need to change my appearance.
Okay. For those of them that's in the bushes that don't know what a gray man is, can you explain that terminology to them?
Grayman prepping, that means you're a chameleon. You blend in. You have neutral colors, preferably earth tone colors. No symbols, nothing. Clean clothes. The same for your trousers. Same for your t-shirt. Same for your hat. Okay,
Okay.
and don't have a red or bright colors, because that makes you stick out like a beacon. So,
Right.
and don't have too much, preferably not no jewelries or anything that sticks out. Don't have rings on all all on all your five fingers on your right hand, and the same for the left. That makes you stick out. And if you have a fancy golden watch or Rolex, that is something people notice.
Right.
Yeah, and for me, it's hard because I have a tattoo here, so that makes it harder. In that case, I need to cover it up
Hmm.
with some makeup or something to cover that. Too much work, but you don't want to do that every time.
Right.
And Gray Man needs to know about situational awareness as well.
Right.
Be aware about around on your surroundings, what you have around you. If
Hmm.
some And trust your gut feeling. Trust your gut feeling. If something feels wrong, it probably is. If let's say if you are walking to a grocery store or another bigger shopping mall, and you see a couple of people standing in the corner and talk, and they feel your gut feeling tells you on this feels not good. This
Right.
is awkward. Go around. Yeah. And be aware when you go on a restaurant, make sure you know what the exits are,
Right.
back doors are, and the front door. And remember what the staff uniforms, what they kind of uniforms they wear. Let's say if you are on a restaurant and
Okay.
you see there is regular people who sit there in outdoor outfits and you see a guy come in with a three-piece suit, expensive shoes, and a trench coat, and look, he sticks out. And if he also looks nervous and looking at his watch constantly and sweating, let's say if it's in November or something, when the weather is cooler, something is definitely wrong, okay?
Right. 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 My renaissance, I mean, G Mama said he's a suspect. And Rob said situational awareness. G Mama asked the question: are there any female gray mans, maybe different terminology? Would a woman be
Yeah,
considered?
yeah, there is gray man and gray woman.
Okay. Yeah.
But for a woman, it's a total different ball game from a male.
Okay.
Because a female always wears jewelry, bright colors, or fancy things on them. Most of
Okay.
them. I don't say all women do that, but most do.
Yeah.
And that can be a little bit of a problem for a woman because it makes it harder for them to be a gray woman. But it's possible because there is a lot more things they need to think about than it is for me.
Okay. Yeah, I know my grandfather. I think he was a gray man too because he had multiple plaid shirts, like the same color. He had the same color suspensions on and the same kind of color navy blue pants. Like he had like 6 or 7 nose pants, 6 or 7 nose shirts, and the same suspensions. He wore the same stuff every day. So
Yeah.
I honestly get what you say, being a gray man. My grandfather wasn't flashy. So
That is
I
the
get
point.
that.
You should not be flashy because
Right.
that gets you in trouble. And another thing, what I see many people do, that annoys me. Oh man, that is when people is downtown going to a big shopping mall. You know what they and walking outside. Do you know what they have?
What?
Their headphones on.
Oh yeah.
They listen to their music and they have their phones. You know what? Take off those headphones. You don't
Right.
need them. Not when you're outside and walking on a shopping mall. You know what? That makes bad guys target you because you are an easy target and they will go up behind you. And if you have a ponytail, they will take that and pull you back. And then you're done.
Right.
So, because you are not aware when you have your ears plugged, you need to use your nose, use your eyes, you need to scan always.
That's true. Cause I see a lot of people walking with their head down in their phones,
Oh, yeah.
not paying attention to nothing, nowhere around them. Yeah. So
So
G Mama
if you
said,
need if you need to
what?
check your phone, and if let's say if you go to a restaurant, make sure you have your back at a wall so nobody can sneak up on you. You can use your phone then, but always keep your eyes scanning your surroundings.
Yeah. Right, G Mama and Iron Fire. My brother son said she like colors. G Mama said she like colors. Maybe she a rainbow woman.
Yeah,
So,
probably.
guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you have not. And don't forget, if you have any questions, please put those in the chat. I'm quite sure Shadow don't mind answering them. Okay, so let's get on to the next question. How, you know how people, okay, let me just ask the question and then you can reword it the way you want to. How can someone prepare without becoming a target? You do know when you buy certain things, ain't no telling who looking out the window or watching you take stuff in your house. So how can you make it less known that you're preparing, so that you won't be a target?
Well, what you can do to make it easier, you take your sports bag with you when you go shopping and put the stuff in there.
Oh, now that's a good idea. Never thought about that.
Because they can't see if you carry a big box or anything. Make sure the box, if you have a big box, make sure it's a neutral box with no print on it.
Okay. Yeah, well, when it comes to water, like you have to bring in cases of water, what would you suggest on that? Would you put it in a duffel bag? I know a friend of mine, she said she uses black garbage bags.
I usually wear a backpack, so I always have my water bottle in there. So,
No, I'm saying like when you want to stockpile on cases of water, but you
oh,
don't want people knowing that you're stockpiling, what would you suggest them do with when they need to bring the cases of water in?
well, you can take a neutral plastic bag, or you can take a sports bag or a duffel bag
Okay.
and put it in there. Because a duffel bag is larger, you can put in a lot of water in there.
Okay. Now that's pretty cool because I've never thought about the duffel bag thing. That is pretty neat. Like if you had to recommend some books, what would you like? Your top 3 books? What would you recommend people get? So I'm gonna make you big.
Okay, thanks.
Let me make you big. What's going on with the thing? There you go.
Yeah,
Like this thing is crazy. I don't like this vertical thing. Am I making you big?
I have no idea.
Hold on. Let me make you big. Come on, phone. Oh Lord. Next time I do this, Shadow, we will not be doing vertical.
I agree.
Yeah, because this sucks. Well, maybe I could put me down. Let me put me down.
Yeah. Okay, guys. The first one is SAS Survival Handbook, written by John Lofty Wiseman. Very good book to have. It's pretty standard book for preppers in general. And the other one I can recommend is this one, John Seymour's The New Complete Book of Self-Sufficiency, the classic guide for realists and dreamers. This one is a very good book. It contains all the information you need, from how to grow in beets, carrots and how to butcher animals and how to take care of your fruit trees. Very good book. I can highly recommend that one. And I have another one I also can recommend. This is the Ashley Book of Nuts. This one contains around 4,000 different nuts. Very useful. This one I had for a couple of years now. And when we get into the medical stuff, I'm going to put these other books away so I don't mess things up. This one, the Survival Medicine Handbook. The Essential Guide for When Help is Not on the Way. A very good one. This is 4th edition, revised and expanded. I can highly recommend this one. This is written by Joseph Elton, a medical doctor, and Amy Alton, APRN. So these books is what I highly recommend. So you can get back up, Tampa.
I'm back. I couldn't see the name. Hey, Key, welcome in. Create and Relate. Have a good day. I couldn't see the name of the blue one that you showed.
Oh.
Yeah, what was the name on that?
The Ashley Book of Nuts.
Okay. So for those of you all that will go catch the replay, then they'll be able to see it. Because this, yeah, I said the Ashley Books of Knot. I never knew they had a knot book. But hey, Key, welcome in, guys. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. We are interviewing Shadow Scout Swede. I don't think I'm saying that S word right.
Swede.
Swede. See, I say Sweetie. My bad.
No worries. I'm so used to it.
But because I'm used to calling you Shadow, so I don't really just say the whole thing. You're welcome, Key. If you got any questions for Shadow, y'all drop something in the chat. Okay, so scenario. If someone had only 30 days to improve their survival skills, what should they focus on? They only had 30 days to improve their survival skills. What should they focus on?
There are a couple of things. First of all, first aid,
Okay.
CPR, and how to manage bleedings and things like that. Small cuts, even larger injury, bleeding wounds, because you have more risk of larger bleeding wounds because you have these shootings and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So good first aid skills, that's necessary.
Okay.
Yeah. And learn how to purify your water.
Oh, I've heard moringa seeds will purify water. Have you heard that?
No, I don't have heard anything about that. But you can make, there are instructions, and you can Google on internet for primitive water purification systems, and you probably find a whole list of them. So, but it's also good to have water purification filter.
Okay, you said a water filter?
Yeah, it's good to have, but you need to learn to purify your water when you don't have your water purification filter, because those filters can break, and if you don't have any spares, well, you need to create a water filter from scratch,
So
basically.
how would you tell a person to go by making it from scratch?
Well, it's built up in stages.
Okay.
You can use a coffee filter. Um, uh, let's see if I can remember it properly. Well, it's larger gravel uh, of stones, sand, and wooden ash,
Okay.
and you put them in a water filled coffee filter in the bottom, and you put those larger gravels in, and then you can stock it up. So there are instructions on those DIY water filter systems on how to make them. They
Okay.
are all over the internet. Basically, you can find something that fits you.
Okay.
And
So
usually,
your situation, because everybody's situation is going to be on case by case.
well, it depends on what materials that are available for you
Okay.
in your area. So
Okay. So
yeah, activated charcoal I saw there. You
yeah.
can buy activated charcoal in I believe 500 grams bags, 1 kilo bags, 5 kilo bags, 10 kilo bags, and I believe 20 kilo bags as well. So it's
Okay.
worth to stock up on those two, so you can make a DIY water filter system.
Okay. So
And then you need the material you can find, what you have available in your area, and
okay.
use that.
So Nikki said the survival medicine book that you have,
Yeah.
could you read something from it?
Uh, yeah, sure I can, if I can
And Iron
find
Fire
something.
said, buy a good gravity fed water filter. They are expensive but worth it.
Yeah, yeah, I know they are really expensive, but you can prep if you prep on a budget. It might be too expensive.
Right.
So, but you can probably afford a mini soil water filter instead. So
Okay.
that's better. That's better than nothing.
That's true.
Um, it meant this book mentioned dental anatomy and nosebleeds and placing a nasal pack, and well, it's eye injuries, ear injuries, eye trauma. Um, I'm gonna need to find something not that is not too long to read because that
Okay.
takes. I
She
don't
said
want
she said she appreciates you reading from it.
to. It mentions types of headaches, chemical warfare, biological agents. That means biological warfare. Preventing radiation sickness, treatment of radiation sickness. It's
So it has a lot in there.
oh yeah. It mentions flood survival, types of floods, uh, blizzard, frostbite, immersion foot,
Okay,
hypothermia,
let me ask you a question. What does it do for frostbite? Like, what's the basic, simple thing that you can do if you experience frostbite?
uh, I'm on the frostbite immersion foot. Um, Stages of frostbite. Uh, the first is when you don't have anything, that is normal. And
Right.
then you have the next stage is frost nip.
Ooh.
And then after that, it turns to superficial frostbite. And
Okay.
the last stage is deep frostbite. So I can put this up. You can see
Hold on. Let me go. Let me drop myself down again.
there. uh, There is the normal frost nip, and the other one. There is the third stage, and there is the fourth stage. And you can see how different the color is different from a normal hand. So uh,
Well, I know spice bite ain't no pleasant thing because it hurts. It truly hurts. Hey, Urban, welcome in. It truly hurts. So,
yeah,
um, okay. So we talked about if someone had only 30 days to improve their survival skills. I know G Mama said a lot of people forget about first aid, and you said first aid.
yeah.
At least be knowledgeable in having first aid. Um, what are the top 5 skills you believe everyone should master besides first aid?
Well, learn if something break, you need to learn to repair it. So that means carpentry skills. You don't need advanced carpentry skills, just basic carpentry skills, because
Right.
you can learn along the way. So, and plumbing skills is another thing.
Okay.
Uh, uh, if you and learn basic mechanic skills, if
Okay.
if you if you have that possibility
Okay.
or the
So
opportunity to take those classes or courses, that would be awesome if you had those. We don't have those opportunities here in Sweden. In that case, I
really?
need to no, that is what we don't have.
Oh
If
wow.
if I want to learn basic mechanic skills, I need to go for at least maybe, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3 years, maybe 4 years to be a mechanic.
Okay. Hey, Uncle Bammit.
And I see that as uh, a con, because I don't want to be a mechanic. It's
Right.
better, but I know in US you can take basic mechanic skills classes. You and and that is thumbs up for you.
Okay. So having first aid skills is a must. Some carpentry skills,
Yeah,
some plumbing. Would you say electrician? Some electrical
yeah,
skills?
yeah. Basic electrician skills is good to have. You don't have to be an electrician to learn the basics, but that
Right.
is something good to have.
Right. Iron said we should all have a good first aid kit just for everyday normal life. Accidents happen in all situations, good and bad.
I agree with her
Yeah.
totally
So
on that one.
yep, I do too. I remember when I was doing childcare, we had to learn CPR first aid. We had to automatically learn it.
Yeah,
So I actually, when I went through it, I got my daughters to go as well, so they could be equipped with CPR and first aid as well.
yeah.
You know,
That
so
that
I
is that is a good mindset.
right. So I also was trained in the AED equipment. So which I never used, thank God, but you know, it's never too late to learn something. You know, people might think that it's not helpful, but at any situation that happens, if you're skilled in multiple things, it can very well save your life or somebody else's.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree. I
yeah.
agree. And if you have the possibility to take a ham radio license, that's awesome.
Okay, that's the HAM. You said the ham.
Ham radio. Yeah.
Yeah, the ham radio.
HAM.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hear a lot of people talk about it, and I just never knew exactly what it was until I got into the community started talking about prepping, and I
Yeah.
started going into different communities, learning about prepping and survival. Would you recommend people learn how to hunt or
Yes.
bushcraft?
Hunting, fishing, and bushcraft. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's all. That's awesome skills because bushcraft is basically on how to build a shelter, how to tie the knots to hold things up,
Okay.
and make a bowl, a spoon, mug, things like that. That
Okay.
is bushcraft. That is bushcraft, and you need to learn about the plants in the wild as well. What is edible and what is not, and what is
So
medicinal.
foraging.
What is medicinal plants? Yeah, basically. So
Yeah. Iron. So that's foraging. That's something I want to learn how to do is forage.
yeah,
Iron said, I
that
want
is
to
something I
learn.
would like to learn.
You want to learn that too?
Yeah,
Yeah. Iron Fire said, I want to learn the ham radio thing. And G Mama said, basically, learning the difference between red and black wires may pay off one day. Right, G Mama? Hey, Miss Alice, welcome in. Um, so what's one item you never leave home without?
a lighter and a small flashlight.
Okay. So those are things that you keep on you every day when you leave home?
Yeah,
Oh. So you are you guys allowed to carry?
that's the problem. We have strict gun laws and strict knife laws here, so that can cause some issues here if you
Okay.
they catch you with a multi-tool or something. And of course, I have a Leatherman wave, and I use that most of the time. I use the plier or a screwdriver on it. But if you get caught with it, it might break the knife law. So
Okay.
yeah, so that's a total difference between Sweden and US.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
I consider a multi-tool like a Leatherman wave or a Gobber or whatever brand there is out there. I consider them as a tool because they
Okay.
have a plier and things like that. And sure, you can open a Leatherman wave with one hand. That's they are made for that, so you can open it and flip that open. But you don't use them for in fights. That you would hurt yourself if you even tried to, because you don't have any protection for your finger.
Okay.
And a Leatherman wave is not made for combat or fights. They
Okay.
are I consider them basically as tool.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Urban said I have flashlight, lighter, and an axe in my car allegedly.
Well, that's good because you are allowed to have it that way. You can
Yeah.
have in US you can have an axe and knife in the car without any problems, but that can cause some issues if you have it here in Sweden.
Right. Right.
because they will ask you, where are you going? I'm going from down here to the city where my brother lives. Okay, why do you have that in the for emergencies? Not allowed. That you need to have a reason why you have it, and that can be difficult to explain for the cops.
Right. What's up, one crafty sister? I know Alan, world survivalist, said that you get 5 years carrying a pocket knife in the UK.
I'm not surprised.
Wow.
Here, you might get for violation of the knife law. You might get 1.5 to 2 and a half years, maybe in jail.
Wow. That's I guess we do got a little freedom here.
Yeah,
Yeah. I said I keep my axe and stuff under the floor with the wood. And she said, let them explain ice.
yeah.
My bush knife is in my car door, which um get
Which could
me
get
in
me in
trouble.
trouble.
Wow.
Yeah, she lives in Canada, and they have probably quite strict laws about that too.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So if you have children, you don't have
yeah,
children, do you?
yeah, I have two.
Okay. So when you have children, what should kids learn first?
In my family, I can only speak for my own family.
Okay.
When I was 4 or 5 years old, we began to learn to use a Mora knife, to how to handle it.
Okay.
And the same, as soon as you turn 5 years old, this is a tradition in our family. We, our parents, bought us a Mora knife,
Okay.
our own Mora knife. But we had to use it under supervision of my dad or mom or my grandfather. So, so, and when I was 6, I learned to use a hatchet,
Mm-hmm.
an axe. I could use a saw, a bow saw. I learned that when I was 6.
Okay.
So teach your kids knife safety. Begin to teach them knife safety when they are 4 or 5 years old.
Okay.
Teach them how to properly hold a knife and how to properly cut
Yeah,
away
I
from
see.
you, not against you, because if you slip, you cut yourself, and that will not be
Right.
fun. So
Exactly. Exactly.
teach them knife safety, knife safety.
Yeah. So that's something first. Cause like with my kids, I did teach them, I did put them in first aid and CPR training. I've never taught them what you're talking about, but I did teach them how to properly hold a knife. Like I've seen so many kids have accidents because they running with a knife. Like, why are you allowing this kid to run with a knife? Like, what they do that at? So
I
yeah,
agree.
it be so much when people doing a lot of the stuff that people get hurt with. It could be preventable. You know, you can
I
prevent
agree.
a lot of the things that happens
I
to
agree.
kids when they're doing certain things. Um, Granted, accidents do happen, but when you running with a steak knife, you asking for a little bit more than an accident.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So,
Especially if they have no idea about how to handle a knife safely.
mm-hmm.
You should teach your kid. You don't wave around with the knife because you can cut your mother, father, your sibling, or you can cut yourself at the same time, and then the whole family's on the ER.
Right. Right. So I got three quick questions for you on this topic and then the final round. Yeah, because we got 25 minutes
Yeah,
left. Okay. Is it better to prep alone or build a community?
I think there is split camps on that one. For me, I prep for my family,
Okay.
but I don't say that it's a bad thing to have a community you prep with as well. I don't mind, but
Okay.
here in Sweden we have a different culture when it comes to preparedness. About 30-40% is prepared at some level,
Okay.
but we are on here in Sweden. We are basically surfing on the green wave. So here, even our government says that we should have our own preparedness, or
Okay.
every single person should be responsible for our own preparedness. I agree with that, but they also say we should help each other people as well. That
Okay.
that might be. I don't see anything wrong with that, but I can see a little bit of an issue, because if
Okay.
you help people in disasters, you have no idea who you helped. You might
That's
be
true.
nice and kind and help a guy and patch him together, uh, and make that person heal.
Okay.
But when
Hey,
that
Stevie, y'all.
person has healed up, person might turn back on you, because that person can see what you have,
Right. Right. Hey,
and you
Stevie,
can
y'all.
lose everything.
That's true. That's true.
So
So,
I should be a little bit careful in the beginning of a disaster. Okay, we need to help each other out in the beginning, but if it's a long term, you might not. That mindset would probably not work that well,
right.
because sooner or later you need to think of your own family and gather
Right.
your own family, gather your family on one in the same spot, under the
Right.
same roof. Sooner or later, you will get to that point. And you can't take your resources to help others, because that way you will lose your own resources. And how can you feed your own family
Right.
without resources? You
That's
can't.
true. That's true. Because if
So
the
what?
situation was vice versa, trust and believe they're going to put their family before yours.
Yeah.
Right.
So that is quite of a balance. What you can do is you have your own preps for
Okay.
your family, but you can set off a space where you can make some uh, boxes where you can have items what which you can barter with other people with. And
Okay.
if somebody that you can put some or you can put some so we can call them giveaway boxes, small boxes with a small with a first aid kit. It doesn't not need to be a fancy one, just enough, and a lighter or maybe a fire steel, or and some food bars, or may that and have a giveaway. But you need to be careful so they don't come back for more.
Right. 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 Okay. So these right here is the rapid fire round, fun and fast. So I'm gonna ask you something, and you say what comes to mind. Bug out or bug in?
For me, it would be a bug in,
Okay.
because bug out would be my last resort.
Okay.
Because for one reason, I have a roof over my head,
Right.
and I know it's a familiar space that I'm used to. It's comfort, comfort. It feels comfortable. You are used to it.
Right.
So,
Right.
so if there would be a situation, okay, this turned to be a little bit dangerous. That is, let's say it's gangs and raids that you get information about that they are heading on to your area, and
Right.
they are violent. Okay,
That's
they
true.
burn and beat people up to death, and well, you need to think: is there it worth to stay here in my own apartment, or is it safer to bug out? In that case, I would bug out because I won't risk my own family to get beaten to death. Survival is priority number one
Right.
for you and your family. And I don't want anyone here to play Rambo or something, because
Right.
you will turn out dead. So that's for
Right.
that's for sure. Think smart, be
Right.
aware of your surroundings, and
Right.
make sure you have routes from your home to the your bug out location.
That's true.
Several, because some of those roads you have might be blocked by gangs and warlords that control their area, and those are not fun to deal with because you want to try to avoid them as much as possible. So you need multiple routes from your home to your bug out location. That's the best thing, because it is a high possibility that one of those routes will be blocked.
Right. 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 That's true. So if Iron Fire said, then prepare for both is good. Bug out or bug in. So it is good to be prepared for both. So the next one is best food to stockpile.
Best food to stockpile, I would say that is food you normally eat. Look, if you eat ravioli on a weekly basis, okay, and your family like it, okay, it's nothing wrong with that. Stock up on ravioli and rice, spaghetti, macaronis, uh, and canned beans, canned potatoes,
Right.
canned turkey, canned beef. It depends on what you like, what your food preferences is, and what your family's food preferences is. So you stock up on what you normally eat, and you eat what you stock up on. You eat what you store what you eat what you store, basically.
Right. That's true. That's true. Area maps for roads, rivers, train tracks is good for alternate routes. Know your area.
Yeah, that is
Yep.
another important thing.
Right.
Uh, Map reading. How many of the younger generations today learn to read a physical map today?
I
No
don't even
one.
know how to read a map. I'm bad. My bad. Shadow, I don't even know how to read a map, and that's sad. And I'm 49. So a lot of young people don't know how. What's up, CP family?
No, because they are so used to use a GPS system on their phones or a portable, another
Right,
portable GPS system.
right.
So they don't teach how to read a map these days anymore,
Nope.
and that is a sad thing because we learned orientation to navigate after a map when I was in school. That was a mandatory thing we had to learn.
Right. I don't remember learning a map. I've never, I knew of a map, I knew of the atlas, but I don't think I ever took time out. If I did, I don't remember it, But those are things that I really want to learn how to use an atlas or a map
Uh,
because it's important.
yeah, it is important, and you should learn to how to use a compass as well.
Right. Right. Yeah. Because some people
On a
don't know.
learn a compass, how to use it on a proper and correct way.
Hmm.
That will take some time. That is something you don't learn over one night.
That's
That
true.
takes a lot because in the beginning you know will notice that, oh, it's difficult, and how do I do this? You will have a billion of questions in your head. So there are classes you probably that can teach you this, and you have probably a lot of those classes in US, so that would not be a problem, and it's
That's
not too
true.
late to learn. You
That's
can
true.
learn, but it takes practice.
Right. Hey, Miss J.K. Gardner, Iron Fire said we learned it in school and camp, following maps for trails, etc. And Miss J.K. Gardner said reading is important. Map reading is important.
I definitely agree with that at 100%.
Right. So I got to step me in my game up because I need to learn how to read them. And then I also need to teach Mackenzie how to read them too and to
Yeah.
use a compass. Yeah, because I don't know how to use a compass either. Um, Never
Well,
had to
you
because
you and McKinsey can take a class to learn that together because that makes everything easier.
that's true. That's true. That is true. So that's
And
on
it
my
will
bucket
turn out,
list.
yeah, and it will be more fun too because you're two who do it together.
Yeah, because we're doing our first camping trip in June, and we've never been camping. So we're gonna be tent camping, like living in a tent, like all this. It's new to us, so we don't really know what we're gonna be doing. I don't even know how to pitch a tent. So everything that we're gonna be doing in June is gonna be new for us. So that will give us some experience if we have to do the camping with a tent again, because I'll be able to go through learning how to pitch the tent, set up a campground, camping site,
Yeah.
and all that type of stuff. Yeah. So,
And I want to give you advice when you finish that camping trip, you and your family sit down and do a review on what did went well, what did we do right, and what did we do wrong. And you write those down, and you can the next time you go, okay, what this we did wrong, we need to improve that. So you can practice on that.
okay. Okay. So, Iron Fit Fire said, try your tent out before you go.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is another thing. And that is for another reason too, to make sure your tent is not damaged, not have not no scratches or anything like that. So you can go through it and say, okay, this is in pristine condition. Okay, we pack it back and shovel it in the car, and then we go.
Right.
So
Okay. Most definitely gonna take those tips with me. Nothing missing either. Right, right, right. That's
yeah,
true.
that too.
Um,
Because if you set the tent up and you notice, oh, we're missing a tent stake or two, uh, okay, we need to go to buy 2 more tent stakes
Right.
and make sure you have spare tent stakes with you just in case. Because trust me, you will lose some tent stakes. That happened to
Okay.
me.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I learned from that. Always have spare tent stakes with you.
Okay. Yeah, because who I'm going with, which is my Renaissance grandmother, she's an experienced camper and she loves sleeping in her tent. So she sent a list of the things that I need to get with me, to bring with me.
Yeah,
And I'm quite sure she's gonna be willing to help me set up our camp and show us what to do right and what not to do.
yeah,
So but yeah. So I'm
yeah. You get.
excited about it. Yeah.
Yeah, you should be excited because that will be fun experience.
Right.
And trust me, you will learn a lot from it.
Right. I do know, I think it was either Mike or Alan that told me to bring something to help me sleep because everything is going to be making all the noises because I've never slept like outside in a tent before. Yeah.
Yeah, if you
So,
never slept in a tent before, all the sounds at night and when you try to sleep, your senses will enhance and you will hear a lot of more than you would like to. So
right.
earplugs is a good idea, and have a face mask that shuts out the light. So you,
Okay. So my Renaissance said that's exactly what I did, Shadow. Made notes of what I needed to add or what I didn't really need. Each campings get better.
yeah,
And Iron said, depending
big
on
pressure.
weather and ground type, you need a variety of different tent spikes. Hey,
Yeah,
Precious
that
Pieces,
too.
welcome in. Yeah. So, one last question, and we can wrap
Yeah,
this on up.
yep.
One piece of advice you want every viewer to remember.
My advice is be part of the solution, not the problem.
Right. That's a good piece of advice.
Yeah, be the solution instead of the problem. Because if you're a problem, you will be a problem for those who already have the solution. So be the solution, not the problem.
Yeah. If you guys have any other questions for Shadow, now's the time to ask. Because I appreciate it. I've learned a lot by watching Shadow and his crew over there on his channel because they got a bunch of knowledge over there. They got a bunch of knowledge about survival, about prepping, what to teach your children, what not to teach your children when it comes to an emergency situation. Because I even asked the question, what do I need to bring with me for camping? And they was like, don't bring your whole house. Don't,
No,
first of all, don't bring your whole house with you.
that's the beginner's mistake.
Right. So I most definitely I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna be there from the 4th to the 7th, with a bunch of other YouTubers that do it every year. This will be my first time camping ever. Like seriously, never stayed out in the woods. Well, we'll be at a campsite, so it won't be technically the woods, but yeah. So I appreciate you hanging out with me today. What time is about 8 something there? 9.
8:49. So
Wow. At PM, guys.
p.m.
It's
Yeah,
8:49 PM over there where Shadow
yeah.
is. I've never been camping either, Precious Pieces said. Girl, I can't wait to go. I'm excited. I can imagine Mackenzie because she don't like bugs and I don't like snakes. So we're gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna film it. So I'm gonna film the mishaps, the funniness, the bloopers, all of it. So
Well, those mishaps and bloopers, man, those will be fun because you
right,
will probably get a lot of views on those. Trust me.
right. Like last year,
People like that.
the bloopers, yeah. Cause like last year we were filming me and Mackenzie in the ocean for the first time. We never saw the ocean in person. And we went on a YouTube trip in Savannah, Georgia, and we saw the ocean for the first time. Miss T caught me falling in the ocean. And that got like 7,000 views. So yeah, I wasn't expecting to fall in the ocean. But hey, they got the mishap and I posted it. Like I
Yeah.
didn't get hurt, so I posted it. If it was my first time camping, I wouldn't want to take sleeping. I wouldn't want to take sleeping medication. I would want to keep my antennas up, especially for what you said, CP Family Farm. I ain't taking nobody's sleep medicines. Nope. I need to be aware. Like Shadow said.
Yeah. And make sure you have proper clothing, proper footwear, and things like that. You will
And
do
some
just
tarps.
fine.
And tarps. My
Yeah,
Renaissance said plenty tarps.
Yeah, those are really good tarps because you can put that over your tent to protect your tent.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
or if you don't need to protect your tent from the rain with a tarp, you can use that, put that tarp up, and use that as a storage area. A protected storage area.
Okay. Well, yeah, she told me to get plenty of tarps, so I'm gonna get a couple of tarps so I can make sure. Yeah, make sure I got what I need. Why is my stupid car? This car doing all kinds of stuff, Shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but trust me, that night air will knock you out, my Renaissance says. Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, she's right. Actually, you will sleep. You will have the best sleep ever in that tent. Trust me.
Yeah, because I have slept in my car overnight, and I slept good in the car. So I'm quite sure it might be even better, once I get into the tent, get everything set up.
When you wake up in the morning, you will feel refreshed. Because when I have slept in a tent, I might not get the normal sleeping hours I need, but I feel refreshed when I wake up and well rested. So that fresh air and that camping trip, oh man, you will feel refreshed.
Yeah, I'm excited about a lot of the ones that's going with us. Me and my Renaissance is the only one going to be sleeping in the tent, but the ones that we know, they all get in cabins. Nobody wants to sleep in a tent. So I'm like, hey, me and Mackenzie's going to sleep in a tent right next to my Renaissance grandmama. So we going to be good. So we're going to actually get there a day early so we can set up and I can have some time to rest. So because the bit don't really start until the 5th. Yeah. So she said, thanks, Shadow. So guys, if you don't have anything else for Shadow, do you have anything? When will you go live next?
8 p.m. Swedish time, 2 p.m. Eastern time, 1 p.m. Central time tomorrow.
Okay. So you'll be live tomorrow.
Yeah, I will set up the stream after this stream. So
okay. So Sylvia said, I sleep like a baby after I go fishing. Fresh, listening to the waves, natural sleep aid. Yeah, I'm excited about it. So, and guys, if you have not connected to Shadow, please do so. He is amazing. They drop a lot of knowledge over there on his channel. We have a lot of preppers that be on his channel as well. And they talk about all kinds of stuff. Yeah. So,
and remember, if you connect to me, feel free to leave a comment as well so I can get back to you, because there's some people who subscribe to me, they don't put a comment, so I can't go back to them. So that makes it easier. So always leave a comment if you subscribe to my channel.
Okay. Well, I sure appreciate you, and I appreciate you taking the time out to hang out with me. You're always welcome. Yeah, you know you're always welcome. So I appreciate the love and the support. She said, thanks for the information, Shadow, and thanks, Tampa. You're
You're very
welcome.
welcome.
For those of you all that's going to watch the replay, I appreciate you. And for those of you all that's joining us, please share the live out. This information might be good for someone else that's trying to start prepping and don't know what to do. This can be a beginning for them. Do you have anything else you want to say, or?
No, not really. I think we covered the most actually for today. So
Okay.
take care, guys, and
Well, I'll
strength
see
and
you
honor,
tomorrow
guys.
on your live.
Yeah.
Peace out, y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Creekside Queen, Tampa, queen of the creek. Built on faith, yeah, the roots run deep. Turning dust to gold, every crop I keep. Hard work don't stop, I don't ever sleep. Up before the rooster, hands in the dirt. Every seed I plant, gotta know my worth. Ain't no silver spoon, had to build my own. Now the homestead strong like the crops I've grown. Brick by brick, stitch by stitch, turning small town life into something rich. Crafting my dreams, got the hammer and thread. While the world's still talking, I stay 2 steps ahead. From the garden to the stream, from the land to the sky. Blood, sweat, and faith, that's how I ride.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. I will see y'all tonight for the Tampa show at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Peace out. Bye. Hey, Hooga.
Hey.